But let me just add to that. The real estate broker will vet all this up front before you, the buyer, is going to make an offer. And what normally happens is that the realtor representing you, the buyer, will have a conversation with the seller side, with the seller's realtor, the listing agent, to find out what are the regulations of that building, discuss the profile, and see if your client, you are a good candidate. And if so, then they would go forward.
That's right, yeah. Now, the simplest way, if you guys wanted to buy a property without going through board interview or board a condo application or co-op application or a condo application, of course that would be to buy a house, a townhouse. Okay, then you have no application. All you got to do is show 20% down minimum, right? Sometimes even less in some neighborhoods, right, Rich?
Or buy a sponsor unit, but there's very few of those.
Or buy a sponsor units, yes. And then once again, your broker, if that's what you're looking for, your broker might be able to help you find that if that's what you're looking for. Correct. All right.
So for most people need to borrow money from a bank in order to buy their home.
And that's when you call Rich.
Thank you. And in addition to qualifying for the financing, you need to have the down payment. And living in a city like Manhattan, where the cost of living is so high, a lot of people struggle to save money because you want to go out and enjoy yourself. Everybody works very hard. So the way lenders look at, so what you want to do is you want to try and get money in your bank account before you start looking for a property and before you apply for a mortgage. So lenders' approach is they will want to see your bank statements going back 2 months. So if you're planning on buying a property in 6 months or maybe in a year, start and you know that you just can't get the deposit together on your own. If you have the relationships, try and get money into your account now. Have that money so-called seasoned, because the bank doesn't look back more than 2 months. You didn't hear this from me, but whether it's a friend or a relative, after closing, you can make arrangements to give it back to them or whatever. If that's not an option, the other option is during the mortgage process that you can get a gift from a family member. And that has to be documented. You get a copy of the wire transfer and a copy of your bank statement showing the funds are deposited. But what is not acceptable to a bank is calling up a friend and saying, can you help me out? I'll give you the money back after closing. That's not acceptable. So get the money in your account now.
Now, that's right. As soon as
You had a question.
I did, but you answered it. But are you specifically talking now about house or townhouses only?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but if you get a gift from a friend and it's over $14,000, there's a 30% gift tax.
I'm not in the IRS business. I'm in the mortgage business.
I'm an accountant.
Great. It's 15,000. I thought, not 14.
Maybe it went up to 15,000.
It's 15 now. Correct.
Okay.
So
So in other words, if you need to borrow, if you want,
just so you know, you cannot get a gift from a friend. It has to be from a family member.
Yeah, we can get a gift.
Well, okay, from a family member.
Right.
Let's say it's 50,000.
Right.
Then 35,000, you have to pay a gift tax of 30%.
But I think it's per person, $15,000 per person, so you can have your father giving you 15.
break it
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Yeah, so you can have multiple.
Yeah, I guess.
And another thing, well, here we're digressing a little bit, and I'm not an accountant and I can't give tax advice, but what I've seen in the past where somebody, for example, for reserves, the bank wants to see that post-closing you still have money in the account. So let's say the buyer, the borrower, gets a lump sum, call it $100,000, and it is subject to gift tax. And again, please confirm this with an accountant, but if the IRS was ever to audit that, and you can show that you have returned the money within a few months, clearly that wasn't a gift, that money was returned. So it's
within the same tax year.
correct.
Yeah.